looking down 1,320 feet of racing surface here in Houston in the Slick 50 Nationals. And Joe Amato red light. Unbelievable. He leaves the starting line too soon. And Don Prudhomme wins it. Coming into this race, who would have picked Don Prudhomme? The odds makers would have been driven crazy. But the Snake has prevailed into the final round. Bob Fry?
486, but I think right now the last thing on your mind is the time. The Snake's going to the finals.
We're in the final. That's where we want to be, and we're happy for Skull and the Snake. He's doing a great job, and we're just loving it.
He wins too many of these. He might want to stick around for another year.
Oh, you can't tell. Who knows?
Great job by the Snake and Wes Cerny.
You might remember Cerny from Kenny Bernstein's team, who, by the way, did not qualify at this event. It'll be Prudhomme and Scott Coletta in the finals, with the national record holder holding lane choice.
The Vipe, the Snake, the final round.
Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, it's been a while, but man, I just want to thank Skull and Wes Cerny, all the guys in the crew, Wins and Pontiac, everybody that stuck with me. It's indeed a thrill to be back in at least running for the final round. It's great. Too bad about Joe. I saw that red light he pulled up there. What happened, pal?
Wait a minute, hold it. I can stab that one. You just got the points lead, however.
Well, that's all we want is the points lead. But I would like to take a shot at the Snake here. We've been going at it back and forth.
Yeah.
Good run. Just try to get too aggressive on the light. That stuff goes. You've been there before.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I've been pushing the light all day. We both good friends.
That's our mind.
Talk among yourselves. I got to go.
Thanks a lot.
The Final Strike Tour. What a moment this is early on in the 94 season.
Only 3 races old, and Don Prudhomme, definitely a player. Back at Houston Raceway Park, it's time for the semifinals of Funny Car Eliminator. You are looking as the 2 cars back up after their burnout. The Western Auto Slick 50 Dodge, driven by Al Hoffman. Al's best effort in round number 2 was not enough. He did not earn the lane choice with a 5.20 second elapsed time. That distinction and honor went to his opponent, Chuck Etchell. Etchell's at the wheel of the Kendall GT1 Dodge. Needs a jump start for his season, and this race in Houston may just provide it. He had a great 5.18. 2 very tough teams, and now one of these drivers is going to make a major leap in the Winston points chase by making it to the finals of this Slick 50 National. The 2 lanes appear to be relatively equal, as we saw in Top Fuel, when you can run a 474 and a 478 on the same race. Only 0.04 of a second difference, and both cars hooked up. That means the lane choice may not be as critical as it is at other events. Problems for Chuck Etchell's right before the finish line. The supercharger drive belt came off, and Al Hoffman got the break of 5.20 at 289 miles an hour. Vaults him into the finals.
This man just went in the finals. You should be smiling.
Yeah, we are. It's a Western Auto Slick 50 race, and we're a Western Auto Slick 50 car, and we love it.
520 going to be good enough to win?
It's hard to tell. We've still got a problem down there with it spinning the tires. We put a new BDS blower on at that time, and it was a little stout, I think, so we have to calm it down a little bit.
2 finals in the first 3 races. Good start for the Dodge Daytona.
And that good start is just enough to put Al Hoffman into the lead in the Winston points chase based upon this win over Chuck Etchell's in round number 2. As we look in replay, watch Etchell's car in the far lane at about the 1,000-foot mark. You'll see a lot of raw fuel start to come out of the header pipe. That indicates a problem with the engine. And you may even get to see the supercharger drive belt snake its way from underneath the car, indicating that Etchell's had lost power at that point. There's lots of power here, though, some 5,000 estimated, as Mike Clover lowers the body down over Jim Epler. But Clover admits readily that they don't have a handle on getting the power to the ground. The only reason Jim Epler is here in the semifinals with the Rug Doctor Oldsmobile is that every opponent leading up to this point has red lighted against him. Here in the semifinals, he is racing Gary Densham, and this could be a fairly good race because neither driver has been exceptional in terms of elapsed time. The bigger problem has got to be Epler's. He has not made a good, solid pass down the racetrack. Densham had qualified well, but during elimination his performance has fallen off as well. But we're not enough that Mike Clover's got to worry about getting all of that horsepower to the ground on Epler's car. He's also got to be wondering, when is this string of good fortune going to spool off the reel and come to a halt? For Gary Densham, a bit unusual to see him in the semifinals. Not a criticism at all of his effort or his performance, but without the major sponsorship, it is difficult indeed to make it to the Final Four. It is definitely a tribute to the tenacity of Densham that we see him here in Houston over the last 18 months. He has had several devastating fires that destroyed the body on the race car, but he came out of it unscathed, has always been able to repair, and now wants to stop Jim Epler. Shuts it off, and Ripley would love this one. Believe it or not, 3 straight red lights put Jim Epler in the finals. Bob?
I think there's the numbers you guys were looking for.
Yeah, red light was nice. I like that. That part was real good. I've got a real serious problem with the car. I can't figure it out.
Mike, you guys both ran in the left lane in that round, both you and, of course, Hoffman. Is lane choice a factor in the final?
No, I don't think so. The track is usually real good here. The sun's gone down, and I think it'll be the best car will win the final round. We'll have to really stand on the gas and figure out why he's having to shut it off out there at three-quarter track. We keep having problems, and got to get a computer rating this time.
We'll let you go figure it out, Mike.
Now that's a rarity, an honest man. He says, I don't know what's wrong. Gary Densham red lights away his shot at Jim Epler, and with a 6:18, the Rug Dr. Oldsmobile marches into the finals, thoroughly outclassed on paper by Al Hoffman's 5:20. But remember this, both these cars have been over 300.
You have made another withdrawal from the Drag Racing Luck Bank. Are you overdrawn?
Well, you know, this happened to me last year at Phoenix, and I think I used up my luck for about 3/4 of the year, so I hope not. You know, we got one more run, had a burst panel go second round, then we lost a blower about this round. I mean, I can't even get the tune-up right now.
And now you got Al Hoffman.
Yeah, I think he's on a roll right now, but this Rug Dr. Olds will be able, I think we'll step her up for the final.
Hoffman might be working with the practice tree just a bit. With Epler's luck, it could be 4 in a row. Back at the pits, the big number 1 tells it all. That is Warren Johnson, the reigning Winston champion. He is getting ready to race for the title in Pro Stock Eliminator, and remembering when his opponents got Geoffrion worked for him.